Hey guys, it's Eric here and this is the Huawei P30 Lite new edition unboxing and my quick review. The box is white as usual. When we open it up, we're greeted with the device wrapped in plastic. Let's go ahead and take out the sticker on the back. This is the Peacock blue color. It also comes in midnight black and pearl white. Let's power it on and see what else is in the box. We have an envelope that houses a SIM ejector tool, a quick start guide in multiple languages, a clear soft gel case that fits snugly. On the bottom compartment, we have a USB Type-C cable, an 18-watt fast charger, and a pair of headphones. Also, you get a screen protector already applied on this guy. On the front, you have a 6.15-inch Full HD Plus IPS LCD display with 19.3 by 9 aspect ratio. On top of that display, you have a dewdrop notch that houses a 32 megapixel camera and earpiece. You also get a tiny notification LED. On the back, you have a triple AI camera setup, a 48 megapixel primary lens, an 8 megapixel ultra wide lens, and a 2 megapixel lens for depth sensing with flash. You also have a fingerprint reader and some Huawei branding at the bottom. On the left, you have nothing. On the right, you have a power button and volume rocker. On the bottom, you have a 3.5mm headphone jack, a USB Type-C port, a microphone, and a speaker. On the top, you have a second microphone and a hybrid SIM tray that houses two 4G LTE nano SIMs or one SIM card and one SD card, which can go up to 1TB of additional storage. About the design, you get a sleek looking curved glass back and plastic frame. The peacock blue color is a gradient color that reflects light in an S pattern. It's kind of mesmerizing. It weighs in at 159 grams and it feels pretty light. It is very comfortable to operate in one hand, and this is basically the kind of compact form factor that I personally prefer. The Huawei P30 Lite has one of the best LCD displays I've ever seen. Whites may look different, slightly yellowish on camera, but whites look like white in real life. Compared to the Huawei P30 Pro, you can see that get darker blacks on the Pro's OLED display, and the Pro also uses the more advanced RYYB color filter technology. However, the P30 Lite's LCD display is a class ahead of the average LCD panel and, dare I say, better than some mid-range AMOLED displays. You get all kinds of customization settings for your display like reading mode, color and contrast, and of course an option to hide the notch. You can customize your navigation settings. I prefer my back key on the right. I'm not too crazy about swipe gestures, but you get them here as well. The P30 Lite comes in 128GB of storage and 6GB of RAM. We're running on EMUI 9.1 skin slapped on top of Android 9 Pie. Huawei has announced their calendar for when we'll get the EMUI 10, which will be built on top of Android 10. It's quite a relief to know that we're getting future updates and support for this guy, and it's nothing to worry about. The P30 Lite comes with Huawei's own high silicon Kirin 710 octa-core CPU, clocked at 2.2 GHz, and it is the only one of the P30 series to sport a mid-range processor. Be that as it may, the Kirin 710 is no slouch, as we've seen in a couple of speed tests on this channel that it bests similarly classed processors. It will handle your everyday apps, and 6GB of RAM means you can do a fair amount of multitasking for a long period of time. Fingerprint sensor is fairly fast and Face ID too, though not as secure. Gaming on this guy is great. It uses the Mali G51 GPU, and as usual I played PUBG on default settings, which is balanced graphics and medium frame rates. Needless to say, it runs smoothly. Not quite like the mind-blowing buttery smoothness of the P30 Pro on max settings, but my expectations were well within reason and it met them. You get a 3340 mAh battery on this guy, and in my day of pretty intense use, mostly on social media and gaming, all on Wi-Fi, I got through a full day of use with about 13% left to spare at the end of the day. This gave me 8.5 hours of screen on time, which is pretty impressive for a battery of this size. Then again, the display isn't as big as the average display in 2019. It took me 1 hour to charge from 0 to 70% and 1 hour 44 minutes for a full charge. It supports quick charging and you get one in the box as well. The P30 Lite's 48 megapixel triple AI camera setup and 32 megapixel selfie camera seem to be big numbers for a phone carrying the Lite moniker. You get a ton of options in the camera interface, way more than what the Y9 Prime 2019 offers. If you wish to see a comparison between them, do let me know in the comments. You get high dynamic range here, and the ultra-wide lens doesn't give you the fish eye effect. Outdoors, shots came out generally crispy and selfies look better than I expected. Can you even tell the difference between a primary and selfie camera at this point? It shoots videos in 1080p with EIS turned on in this footage. The camera of the P30 Lite definitely took me by surprise because I was kind of expecting the regular mid-range camera results, but this isn't your average mid-ranger. There's no front-firing LED flash, but you can see that the screen flash isn't bad at all. The night mode makes all the difference in pitch darkness. The new edition of the Huawei P30 Lite looks very much as premium as any flagship released today, and its performance feels like a mid-range smartphone on steroids. Don't expect the flagship features like the super creepy 50x zoom and reverse wireless charging, or even the IP68 dust and water resistance of the P30 Pro. However, the P30 Lite is camera centric, and if you're all about mobile photography in a portable form factor, I think the P30 Lite is worth considering, especially if you have the means, because while it's the least expensive of the P30 series, I wouldn't call it cheap. The P30 Lite is priced at 99,000 Naira, which converts to $275 US, and you do get a couple of gifts like a smart wristband, an electric toothbrush, and Airtel Double Data when you pre-order it starting on the 28th of October from either Airtel or SLOT stores nationwide. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it. Also follow me on Twitter and Instagram to see what I'm up to. Please subscribe for more videos like this as it will mean a lot to me, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.